There's something I noticed that has to do with the spoiler that I know. I am sad, I guess, that Aoyama and Hagakure didn't get to say anything. But I mean, I'm sure they'll say things later. I had to go back in my mind and remember it correctly. Especially Aoyama, you know? Like, there was that whole, like, cheese thing that happened. He's just staring in through the window. Midoriya, like, opening the window and just, cheese! Literally sparkles with the light of 1,000 disco balls. Like, come on. Aoyama's so weird. Did he do it because it would be hard on his stomach? I know that he can fire it off of his shoulders now too. So why didn't he get over there in time? He could have grabbed Hagakure and just went, bonsoir, or something. I don't know. Well, wait a minute. How could I have not seen that? How could I have not seen that coming? Looking back on it, it's like, wow, there were too many coincidences. Even as far back as season 1, it was like, wait, we didn't even question this, but it's here. Hello everyone, this is really bad lighting. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in because this is an experiment. I understand the bad lighting. I'm leaving for my return flight from Florida in literally a few hours, but I heard from Sam, my wonderful friend, what was being discussed in this episode. So I'm gonna watch it right now, and I don't care if it puts a hole in my family's schedule. We're gonna do this, all right? This is really bad lighting. There, without further ado, let's go. So it turns out these guys are the ones that did Unravel. It's been forever since I've seen Tokyo Ghoul, and I don't have very fond memories of it, but I remember this like specific rhythm, the specific sound, and the specific voice, because I did really like Unravel. He's right behind. So the preview showed that Invisible Girl. Oh, that's not that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, but I think that's what's keeping Shigaraki alive. If I can't use my quirk, no one can. You can't really control him. Yeah, Dabi is one singular obsession. Some of them overpass it though. Overreach it, overtake. I cannot wait to see more of Shoji. I love how they're all trained. They're all just beating on Kirishima. Whoa, that's so cool. These two are like evenly matched now. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. And scattering, I guess. Yeah, his sweat is nitroglycerin, so he can't control it remotely, but as long as it's around other explosions, it'll spread. Yeah, at the same time? No. You've got to continuously cool yourself, so you can use it at the same time. I love just how calm he is. Return of the burnt broccoli head. Yeah, good. Well, not all of them. That would be, I would say pick maybe Sero, Jiro, Ida, and Ojiro. I feel like that would be a good search team. And Shoji. And Koda. Comment already. Don't lose hope. He's laughing because he can't rage. That's the whole thing. Okay. Yeah. Nobody knew where Aoyama was. Do you remember that? No one knew. He kept asking, did you wonder where I was? And nobody answered. He looks so broken. Like, I've never seen him with that expression. Yes, yeah. Oh, we're getting into the reasoning as well, huh? Oh, I'm free. You do know that All for One can only take when he touches you, right? So you don't have to do what he says. What about the whole, you know, Midoriya? Yeah, this whole thing, you looked really scared. This is the worst. Oh, that's your way out. Okay. That's right. I was watching, I was looking. Okay, so you lied to a kid. What? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. You buy another one. Oh, he had the toe thing too. Tummy problems from a quirk that is centered there. The clues were all there, we just weren't looking. We thought it was a drawback. When he and Dabi made contact. Oh, and he just did that. He just did that. That's right. Yeah, that's how she becomes invisible. Please. Oh, Aoyama made eye contact with Dabi and nothing happened. Oh, I look so broken. He didn't want to. Yeah, Mineta. Please. Because it's not a quirk that'll explode with an act of betrayal. Because he did, in fact, shoot Compress. I forgot about that. She looked him in the face. Like, she literally looked him in the face. Did you notice that his glasses are red? Rose-tinted glasses? That's right. That's right. Yeah, I know. Yeah. He can't do that. They're the ones really at fault here. Oh, they could use Aoyama? That's very true. It's been there the whole time. Well, it's all come to light now. I can rest. Oh. I will compose notes to say once I get back from the flight. I am now home from Florida, and I have notes. I have all of my stuff here and my matcha mochi that I got from Japan. I took a bunch of notes on the plane about what I was gonna talk about. The thing is that Aoyama, I have the notes here, you can't read them. So this is the second spoiler that I have known about since before the channel's inception. I remember scrolling on TikTok and then suddenly like there's this shot of Aoyama just crying his eyes out. And I was like, what is this? And I stayed 5 seconds too long because then the person was like, Aoyama is the UA traitor. And I was like, what? No! I was so mad. It got me, I was so mad. I was like, okay, I have to remove myself from MHA TikTok. I have to do that now because I was very upset. You can't do that to me. You just can't. I was fully on the side of like, this is going to be, like, I thought that they retconned the whole traitor among us thing because it was such a long time ago. It was like, we have to consider the possibility of a traitor. And then everybody who watched My Hero Academia was like, here is the lineup of people who could be the traitor. And Hagakure was in it, Ojiro was in it, for some reason Kirishima was in it, and a bunch of people were like, it's Kaminari. It's Kaminari. I mean, Kaminari was kind of just flicked off the list when he stopped the electric villain. I remember there was one person on TikTok that was like, what if Aoyama's the traitor? Just what if? Like, what if all of his, like, staring at the camera, what if that means something? And then everybody's like, well, yeah, but yeah, his behavior back in that one anime episode was really sketchy. I remember actually seeing manga stuff of that moment of him just staring at Midoriya through the window. And everybody was like, that's Toga. That's Toga. Toga's spying on people. When in reality, it was just Aoyama just like... I don't know what Aoyama was doing. I mean, it was a cry for help. At this point, I now realize it as a cry for help. And like him navel lasering into the sky during the exam. Midoriya said it. Lasering compress to rescue Bakugo and Tokoyami. Once I found out about this, and then I started watching seasons 1 through 3, I realized there are so many moments that are like pivotal that no one talks about. And one of them was the one where Dabi is walking, and Aoyama's like this, and he turns around, and Dabi's eyes are just right there. And nothing happened. They made eye contact, and Dabi, he ended up going to walk over there, but nothing happened. He was so stupid that he had us all fooled. Stupid in a lovable way. I did think he was an idiot. I did think he was a bit of a doofus, because it's just like, I don't know, like the walking flirt. He was like Horikoshi's take on the walking flamboyant person who thinks the world of themselves. Because you could totally imagine Aoyama like with a rose just going, ah, mademoiselle. Like so stupid. Like Tamaki from Moron High School Host Club, but for some reason Tamaki seems older. Oh my gosh, Aoyama and Tamaki are 1 year apart in terms of high school. That's crazy, man. Usually, when people have quirks, there is a drawback to them. We never really saw what the drawback was, or like for most of Class 1A, we didn't see what the drawback was. We knew that the quirks could totally have drawbacks, because basically with every quirk, it's like, if you mess up, stuff happens. But students that didn't seem to have a drawback at all were like Todoroki, Ida, Sue, but like the ones who had a lot of drawbacks, like Kaminari, Mineta, Uraka, those people were there to basically tell us, hey, quirks do have drawbacks. But I mean, whenever I think of quirks having drawbacks, because Uraka doesn't get nauseous as much anymore. Whenever I think of quirks having drawbacks, I think of Midoriya, obviously. He spent so long trying to overcome his drawbacks, and even still, he fights with 100% of his spirit, and it sometimes has an effect on his body. The other one I did think of a lot of the time was Aoyama, because sometimes I like to put myself in the shoes of the characters, even if the quirks were kind of stupid. Like Aoyama's, like he can laser from his belly button. It's a quirk, it's a power that no other superhero author would have ever thought of. But I have put myself in Aoyama's shoes before and been like, do I want to do that? And the answer is no. Obviously not. I don't want to do that. But I never thought to question why his tummy hurts so much. It's because his body is not compatible with his quirk. He's like Dabi. Dabi has a body that is built for an ice quirk, but he has a fire quirk. So he hurts himself twice as much. And even then, Aoyama is kind of like telling Midoriya, hey, I know. Not meaning what he originally said, which is, I know what having a quirk that hurts you does to you. It's more like, I know that you are quirkless because I was quirkless. The thing is that doing one bad thing can definitely eat away at you. It can definitely eat away at you. I know that because I've been in that position where I've done something that I regret, and I'm like, I am a terrible person. I don't deserve all of the good things I'm getting. It's horrible. And then everybody around me is like, no, you've done a bunch of good stuff too, so don't beat yourself up over this one thing. That's what Aoyama is doing. Being a true hero, according to most of Class 1A, is meddling where you shouldn't, which is exactly what they did to save Midoriya. And Hagakure, we'll come back to her in a second, was meddling where she shouldn't. When she overheard Aoyama's parents talking to him, she got Midoriya, the prime meddler, you know, and he was able to figure out what to do. But there have been times when Aoyama has been a hero, especially the laser beacon. Like, dude, of course. Being a hero is also putting your life at risk for others. If you think of it that way, Aoyama suddenly becomes one of the best heroes of this entire story, because he was protecting his parents, he was protecting Tokoyami and Bakugo, and I think in the movies, like in the movie, which one was it? Two Heroes? The one with 9, he was stationed on that island with everybody else, and he helped out. You can see times when he is heroic outside of class. He still knows what to do, and he still has the heart of a hero. He's still in Class 1A. And not once did we ever think of replacing him. Because I mean, there have been multiple times when I think like, oh, Shinso should have been in Class 1A. Who do we replace him with? And of course the answer is always Mineta. He's been lying to himself. There's this part of him this facade that he put on that made him seem so over the top and so just fully in control, and just, he made his quirk given to him by somebody else, by a criminal. He made it his whole personality. Even in his room was just so dazzling and just hard to look at. He made this whole facade for himself out of the naval laser thing. And I mean, to the point where it could have become his personality. At this point, Can't Stop Twinkling is who he is. But and can you imagine, like, building this whole personality around this new quirk that you have, because now you're special, you know? Only to know that deep inside of your head, you are a traitor. By being in proximity to Class 1A, they are in danger because of you and because of a quirk that ultimately isn't yours. Can you imagine what that does to a person? I'm not mad at Aoyama, the poor guy. And I feel like what must have really like hit home was Hagakure, who, by the way, showed herself. We could see her face. Has she always been able to do that? Is this a quirk upgrade? Like she can refract light. That's what makes her invisible. The fact that she refracted the light to be able to see him, to be able to talk to him, to be able to basically tell him, you betrayed us, you put us in danger, how does that make you feel? From a formerly faceless individual to suddenly look you in the eye with her own eyes, to finally put a face to that voice, that just disembodied voice that he's never seen, and to see that she's crying and that she's genuinely hurt by this. I feel like nobody other than Hagakure could have dealt that blow and had it carved so deep into his soul. I mean, that looked like it hurt. And I was just astounded. I mean, when I read the spoiler on TikTok, it was implied that Hagakure knew about Aoyama the entire time and that she didn't go and get help. So maybe the anime downplayed it a little bit, but like, jeez. Not only did that sound like it hurt, that felt like it hurt. Poor Yuga. He literally was watching the world the whole time through rose-tinted glasses, through rose-colored glasses. He had probably, like when he was younger, he probably ignored all the red flags about this. And then later down the line, when he actually had to do stuff for All for One while he was in Class 1A, he must have felt so bad. It must have just come crashing down on him at that point. But the good thing is that now he can be a double agent, which I absolutely love, and I want to see more of it. Because now I feel like Aoyama is going to get serious, and we're going to see, like, maybe the true side of him. The side that's going to be revealed now that he doesn't have to put up this facade anymore. I'm not saying he'll change overnight, but I will say that I feel like the Can't Stop Twinkling persona is going to be underlaid a bit of true shine, you know? And I can't wait to see that. So be sure to like and comment and subscribe and ding the bell for notifications. You don't have to, but I am trying to make this a source of income for me, so it would be super, super cool if you did. Comment below, tell me your theories, tell me your analyses, tell me all of the times you noticed when Aoyama was just being weird, because I feel like that happened all the time. Yeah, thank you so much for staying, and have a nice day.